Good morning, everybody. This is Kim Danke. It is Wednesday, July 15th, and we have 169 days left. We have 169 days left in the 2020 edition of the Game of Life. I just got notification that we went live, so thank you. There's some people popping on right now. Hey, Jessica. Good morning, Lana. Y'all, when you jump on here this morning, tell everybody good morning and where you're from. Hey, Amanda. I wish I was going to be able to see you today. Good morning. Okay, we have 169 days left in this edition of the Game of Life, the 2020 edition. And you know, that's kind of interesting way to think about this. Life in increments. Okay, so we have a whole life. And, you know, have you ever heard where it's represented by the dash, like your birth year and your death year, and there's that dash in the middle, that's the wisp of your life. So we have this life, so that's an increment. And then life is broken down into years. So there's an increment. Then it's broken down into months, and then weeks, and then days. And then honestly, it's moment by moment. And so we have these increments that we can look at, and there's so many different strategies that we can use to be successful at this game of life. And all we're concerned about right now is this moment going into the next moment today. And then each day that you have a great and Shibboleth perfect day turns into a week of them. And you can see how that progress happens. Then you just keep right on going. So we kind of have to have an overarching umbrella view of everything, but then we also have to break it down into tiny tasks to get done everything that we want to get done in the larger picture. So it works both ways. So thank y'all for hopping on here this morning and telling everybody good morning and where you're from. Good morning, Charlene, and Charlene from Michigan, and Charlene from Dallas. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Samantha and Bob and Sherry, Vicky from Cleveland, Tennessee, Michelle from Carrollton, Teresa from Mineral Bluff, Belinda from Florida. Awesome. Good morning, Tracy from Austell, and Tracy from Ackworth, and Marla and Ron from Lilburn, and Dawn. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Charlene. Thank you. Barbie from Blue Ridge, Georgia. That's a beautiful area, Barbie. Thank you for those sunshines and the super cool emoji, Dawn. Bob is from Dalton. Good morning. Donna from Ontario. Awesome. And Brian from Tunnel Hill, Georgia. Having a perfect day, Brian is. Way to go. That's awesome. And Donna from Bridgeport, Alabama. That is awesome. You must know Samantha and Pat. Good morning, Jessica. Glad to have you on here this morning. Thank you for those hearts, Jessica. Okay, so we finished up level 1, level 2, and level 3, and level 4 integrity when we finished up Doug Grady's little book, The Ripple Effect. Did that make a lot of sense to everybody, that all the little changes that we can do add up to the bigger changes that we're looking for to be consistent in our life? And then the integrity part that we ended with was so cool, because there are levels of integrity. And he said that integrity was doing stuff that anyway, doing it anyway, no matter what. Well, I've always heard integrity is doing what is right, even when other people aren't looking. And that totally is Shibboleth, you know, because we're living most of our eating life on our own. You know, you got family that you eat some meals with too, but you're not with your whole Shibboleth family all the time to knock that bag of Cheetos out of your hand or anything like that. But so you have to do that on your own. You kind of have to do that on your own. Yes, Michelle, it was good. Good morning, Kristen and Jen. Kristen and I get to go to the a KBA luncheon on Friday. I'll be there for All Roof Solutions. Kristen will be there for Shibboleth, and then we're going to get Sherry to go on a different day. Oh, as long as Kristen tells me she can go. Good morning, Diane. We're so excited to represent Shibboleth. Yeah, it was great. You just knowing that there are levels of integrity that really you just have to work through to get there is so good. It's so good. And then you're just there. But that throw your hat in the ring from yesterday, I love that. And Joni Joni Shibboleth actually used that yesterday. She threw her hat in the ring and found herself a wow challenge to do that fit her day yesterday. So that was really good. Okay, well, I didn't look up another series or book today, but what I have is I'm going to talk to you about a Bible verse that I found yesterday that I liked and how I dealt with yesterday. Okay, so here's the Bible verse. If y'all will type this in for me, it is Corinthians 9:27. Corinthians 9:27. And this is what it says. Good morning, Marissa and Colleen. But I discipline my body and bring it into subjection, lest when I have preached to others, I myself should become disqualified. Woo! I was glad I read that yesterday morning because I wanted to disqualify myself yesterday. Not really bad, but I just wanted to. Oh, it just says Corinthians. Sorry. Y'all gonna have to find it out. It just says Corinthians. I didn't look it up. It just came from this guideposts thing. So I didn't actually look it up in the Bible. But I discipline my body and bring it into subjection, lest when I have preached to others, I myself should be disqualified. Oh my goodness. Somebody look it up for me. It just says Corinthians 9:27 on this thing that I was using. I'm not using a Bible. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about yesterday. I even made some notes about it. Yesterday, so I got up yesterday and I finished a 16-hour fast. So what I did the day before was after my last meal, I set my phone timer for 16 hours. So I finished a 16-hour fast and I went to a networking meeting, early morning networking meeting. And then they were serving these bagels there, Nagel's Bagels, and then Blue Collar Joe coffee. Well, I don't drink coffee, so that really wasn't a draw. Bagels, I used to really love bagels, but they're not much of a draw anymore because I quit eating bread, a lot of bread, a long time ago. And but my friend Kelly Nagel, she and her husband make these bagels. And so I wanted to try one of the bagels, but yesterday was not scheduled as a holiday. So what I did was, you get to become very discerning. So I thought, what do I need to do? I want to have one of these bagels, but I don't want to have it today. So I went over and got one and I put it in my purse because it was all nicely wrapped and everything. They do a great job. And then I asked her, I said, hey, how long do these stay, or can I freeze this? And she said, yeah, just leave it in the bag that it's in, put it in a Ziploc, put it in the freezer. And then I wouldn't freeze it more than 2 months. And then when you want it, bring it out, let it soften up, and then eat it. I said, okay, good. So that is how I got through that yesterday morning. So it's just having a more discerning heart and being very aware of things. The Shibboleth Lifestyle will help you live a life that is a life full of awareness. So many of us have lived a life that is just happening to us rather than us being aware and making good, conscious decisions. And so that was a win. That was a win yesterday morning. I put that in my freezer. I'm actually going to write a blog about that on the Shibboleth website. I took a picture of me holding it, pointing at it, putting it in the bag, and putting it in the freezer. And I'm going to write a blog about delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. Because you got to be willing to delay that gratification every once in a while. Do you know that you could make yourself a delayed gratification list? That delayed gratification list could be what you're going to eat on your holiday if you then choose to have it on your holiday. But at the moment that you're in, if you're really wanting whatever it might be, but it's not a holiday, then you write on your delayed gratification list. I love those hearts. Thank you all. You write that on your delayed gratification list and then you eat it later. Guess what? You might get to that holiday and not even want that thing. But you did pull a strategy out and you used it to help yourself. So that was that. Well, then I was going to another networking thing at lunch yesterday. Well, I knew they were going to have hamburgers and hot dogs and chips. Well, I'm not eating white buns. I'm not doing it. I didn't do it before Shibboleth. I'm not doing it now. So, and then I wouldn't have eaten their hot dogs, but I might have eaten a burger. But I thought, why just go and eat a burger? Well, first of all, I'm supposed to be working, so I'm not going to be stuffing my face there. I'm going to eat beforehand. So at 11 o'clock yesterday morning, because this event was from 11:30 to 1. So at 11 o'clock, I thought, I'm going to eat my oatmeal protein pie. I will be super thrilled that I've just eaten something that tastes so good. I'll be full. I won't even be thinking about food because I will have already eaten. So at 10:40, I really wanted to. I was hungry. I was actually hungry. I know it doesn't sound like much, that there's just 20 minutes there, but this is how I want y'all to learn to filter your decisions through the shield every day. So at 10:40, when I was sitting there and I was hungry and I was determined to not eat till closer to the event, and at 11 at least, I said, have I had my water? Guess what the answer was? No, I'd had one bottle of water. So I went in there and I drank an entire bottle of water. I also stepped outside. I got some, it was so great because when I stepped outside, it was cool in the shade, but then I walked out of the shade into the sun and the warmth of God's love hit me. And it was just, oh, thank you, Lord. That is awesome and amazing. And then guess what else I saw? A butterfly that was flying extremely high above the trees, See, I rarely see butterflies flying above the trees. And the Lord gave me a clue. I am to fly high. I am to fly high and make good decisions. And I can make it 20 more minutes before I eat again, if that's what I've determined I'm going to do that day. And so this little butterfly, he wasn't even flapping his wings. He wasn't even working. He was just gliding, and he glided over the trees really, really high. And then it went over my neighbor's house and my other neighbor's house, and then it disappeared. But it was just a sweet little message from the Lord that said, I love you. You fly high. You do this. And so I waited until 11 o'clock, and I ate my chocolate oatmeal protein pie. And then I got in the car and I drove to that networking luncheon, and I had a great time at that networking luncheon. Okay, so then afternoon comes, and I have a chicken enchilada and for dinner. Now I ate pretty early, y'all, just because I like to. So it was at 4 o'clock when I had a chicken enchilada, and then I wanted to eat after that, just other things, and the awareness factor of, okay, I've been drinking my water, but did I have in a gallon yet? No, I didn't. So that's why it's so important to use water, the number one component of the shield, as the number one question you ask yourself. I wasn't getting enough water, so I started drinking more water last night. I also got up and started doing things around my house. So that kept me busy. So you have to be very aware of what you're doing so that you can make good choices. So the things I wanted to talk about was having a discerning spirit. Just discern everything that's coming through. Use the shield. Develop an awareness. And if you develop that awareness, you'll be really, really good at accepting personal responsibility for the things that you've identified that you need to focus on. And focus is really important. Focus is staying focused on one thing until you achieve success. So you can stay focused in on that. So I just want y'all to live a life of awareness, and having to journal our food helps us live that life of awareness. Going through the big journal. See, the app journal doesn't have as many questions. The big journal on the website has more questions. Those are things to help you live a more aware life and make good decisions. So I just wanted to tell y'all about those things yesterday. So I did battle those things yesterday, but I did not give in to them. One of the questions, I was going to tell you, find something to do, first of all, but then ask yourself, is it a good reason to change my perfect day to a holiday right now? Most of the time it's going to be no, because if you didn't already have a holiday scheduled, there wasn't anything special going on. Okay, so don't just change your day from a perfect day to a holiday. Make sure you have a holiday for a legit reason, just a legit reason. And the legit reason should not be, I deserve it. No, you deserve to live the Shibboleth perfect lifestyle for yourself, because Doing that multiple times a week, and then doing that multiple weeks in a month, and then doing that multiple months in a year, develop winning in the 2020 edition of this game. I'm going to tell you one last thing, then we're going to hop off. I want to tell you how to get help when you need help. We have somebody to help you from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every single day. They are dedicated people to do that. If you post on the on Shibboleth's Facebook pages, tag Joni Shibboleth during the day, okay? If you have a food question, you can tag her and Kim Shibboleth. Joni works from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If it's at night, tag Missy Shibboleth, and especially if you're wanting to get answers really quick. 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., Missy's doing that. These are the ladies that do your journal appointments. If you have just a simple random question, there is a green button in the bottom right-hand corner of the website, either on a computer or it's mobile friendly. You click there, you can ask them any random question. That would be just like if you were messaging somebody. It would be asking them. But a great place to ask questions is also on the Shibboleth Silver level page, because there's many, many, many members on there who know the answer. So that's the way to get help. And I like asking in those areas too, because you get multiple responses, and then you also get responses from the Shibboleth team too if they feel like they need to. Yeah, you're right, Lana, she is. And if y'all look at the reviews for the Gin book, if you've never scheduled a getting started mentor appointment, and even if you're started and you just want to think of new foods to eat, or if you've hit a little slowdown, make an appointment. They're great. They get great reviews. I see some hearts going up. Hopefully that's for them. But I wanted to ask a couple of questions too. See, commitment is what we've got to do. And so we've just gone over, thank you, Bob. We've just gone over those integrity devotions. Oh, not really devotions, but just lessons. We've gone over those integrity ones. But Tony Evans, do y'all like Dr. Tony Evans? Y'all give me some hearts if you like Dr. Tony Evans. He's out of Dallas. He is, I think, an amazing pastor. I just enjoy listening to everything that he does. I've always enjoyed his books. I think that he brings everything down to the regular person's understanding. And I didn't get to watch it yet, but right when I was coming on to here, a notification popped through that Tony had a new YouTube. If y'all haven't liked him on YouTube, please do. It's a YouTube video, a sermon called A Challenge to Increased Commitment. Now, I don't know if it was just a moment, little short thing, or if it was a sermon, but a challenge to increased commitment. So if that is something that you're wanting to do, if you're wanting to increase your commitment, challenge yourself to do that. And maybe watch his little sermon. I haven't watched it yet, but if it's good, I'll let y'all know. But y'all can tell me if it's good if you watch it. Yeah, he's great. Tony's great. But what I want to know right now, as we go off, is I just want you to type in I am if you're doing this, because I'm trying to take a poll, because I'm going to do something fun in August, I believe, for a group on Facebook, and a Shibboleth group on Facebook. But I got to know the answer to this question first. Are you, okay, actually I need you to type in or I'm not. I am or I'm not. So you type, if you are, type in I am. If you're not, type in I'm not, because I need to know. Are you having 24 to 25 perfect days a month? Now, this is for those folks who have been in Shibboleth a little bit, but that have been in Shibboleth a bit, and you're having 24 to 25 perfect days a month. If you are, type in I am. And if you're not, type in I'm not. Because what I'm thinking about doing, and I want to see if it would be useful. I'm going to see if it'd be useful. I want to do like a regular Shibboleth challenge for a month in August, possibly in a group on Facebook. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to capture those people who aren't. Okay. I love that. I love seeing the I ams. Excellent. But that warms my heart too. Oh, and yesterday I was at an event, and there is another Shibboleth lady there, and she didn't eat that bagel. She said today's not a cheat day. She called it a cheat day. Now I like calling it holidays, but I knew what she meant. And I just told her how proud I was of her to delay that gratification. Yes, awesome. Okay. Thank you, Daphne, for telling us. You would be the type of person I'm looking for right now. Um, awesome, Amy. Wow. Amy Allen is new. She is 9 days in and 10 pounds down. Amy, you and I talked about that water drinking. Amy's a teacher and wanted to know how to get her water in. And you know what I told her? I said she needs to get it in first thing in the morning, at least one water bottle. Drink one water bottle mid-morning so that she can go to the bathroom while she's at lunch, hopefully. Drink one as soon as school's over. Drink one with dinner. And there's her minimum. Now, we don't want to just get the minimum in. So then she drinks to try to drink another one at night. That would be a little bit more than the minimum. But then I said on weekends, breaks, and holidays, vacations, then she should go for her gallon. So that gives us that. See, that's the thing about Shibboleth. We've got our guidelines that we should live by, but we can figure out how to still make it work and have success. Great job, Amy. All right, Donna. Okay. Monica, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Samantha. All right, Dawn, good job. Hey, Sharon. Big bottles, Tracy. That's right. That's right. Okay. So it looks like I do have some people that could use this challenge that I am thinking about doing, All right, Jessica. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for typing in Shibboleth for His glory, Jennifer. Jen is awesome. That's great. Okay, so I want to thank y'all for your honesty. Those of you that are, please keep right on doing that. Those of you that aren't, I want you to go to a group called the Shibboleth Second Chance group and join it, because I am going to do something in August for that group, because I want us to try to have at least a month of a regular perfect Shibboleth month, meaning not perfect days the whole time, meaning 24 to 25 perfect days, but using your holidays, using all of the strategies of Shibboleth, okay? And us focus in on that. And so go ahead and like the Second Chance group on Facebook. All you gotta do is go into Facebook, into the search bar, and search for Shibboleth Second Chance, and then ask to join that group, okay? If you're a member, you can be in that group. If you're not a member, you need to join. But it's only $59.95 for a year, so you can easily do that. All right, I hope that y'all are going to have a great day. Good morning, Angela. If you are watching on replay, please type in hashtag Shibboleth for His glory. Today is National Give Something Away Day. So what I would suggest that you do is go into that closet and give some of those clothes that don't fit anymore away. Okay? So y'all have a great day. Julie Marandino is teaching this morning at 10 a.m. and there are 10 spots left in class. So if you can come, please go online and register for that. Julie is teaching again this Saturday at 10:30 a.m. when I go over to Center, Alabama, and do a virtual grocery store tour and talk about how to use different products and all that stuff to those folks over there that Rhonda McDonald is getting started. So I look forward to seeing all of y'all in Center. If you are near Kennesaw or Dalton, please visit one of our stores today. And if you are not near one of those places, visit our Shibby shop online. It is a great place to get those specialty items that are not required, but we find make our life more fun, more enjoyable, or those things you just need. All right. Tracy's got 4 skirts that are too big for her now. Yep, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to hop off because I could keep talking forever. Bye. When you have the gift of gab, you put it to use. Did y'all see that picture I put out there?